Alright, hey guys, welcome back to another video, and today we have another discussion of a thread in the forums, and we have a dev reply to it. It looks like someone is having a problem with Roguery experience. As you can see, 1.5.7, 1.5.8. Roguery experience not working as described / intended. So the original poster, he asks a couple questions, and then we have some replies from the developers, and we're going to see if we do learn anything new. So without further ado, I'm going to link this down below and let's go check it out. Alright, so the original poster states, what is this? Games, how to learn flavor text, I'm guessing for the Roguery skill, says raid caravans, recruit and lead bandit troops, infiltrate enemy towns, give bribes, escape from captivity. And that's pretty much how you gain experience in Roguery. That's what the game says. And then he states, all in-game results listed at base skill points gain pre-multiple effect. It's kind of written kind of weird. Sorry about that. So he says single player for ransoming troops. All ransom troops / lords give 6 flat single player. I guess he's talking about experience, regardless of the level / tier. That is true. I have tested that. I have said that before, that pretty much all troops, regardless of the tier, will give you the same amount of experience to Roguery, regardless. And then he goes to, what is that? What does SP mean? Skill points? I think skill points. Skill points for recruiting bandit troops. 4 skill points per troop tier. Looter is 4. Highwayman is 24. Working as intended. Okay, so for recruiting bandit troops, every troop tier you'll get 4 experience for it. So Looter, since he's tier 1, you'll get 4 experience for recruiting him. And a Highwayman, who is tier, what would he be? He would be tier 6 then. You would get 24, which I don't think he's tier 6. That math might be a little bit off. Okay, and then he says 3, lead bandit troops portion is not working. There's no daily tick to Roguery XP for having bandit army, nor is there a skill point reward for upgrading bandit troops. Okay, so he states that ransoming troops works, recruiting bandit troops works, leading them does not work. And then he goes, semi-related problems with raiding. It is too far, too slow to be profitable for a raiding size group, 75 to 100 troops. Troops do not heal during raiding, resulting in a poorer performance for behind enemy lines playstyles that should be intended. Well, yeah, they don't heal during raiding because they're going raiding, you know what I mean? They're doing something, you know? It doesn't show us actually raiding it, but they are, in a way, searching for stuff in the village. Therefore, they're doing something. They're not resting. So that kind of makes sense in my opinion. He says it's too slow, and obviously that doesn't work. Okay. So here's the developer's response. So he states for the first one, which is the ransoming troops, we can consider increasing the experience ratios to make the system scale based on your levels of your troops you donate. I think that would be fine. I didn't mind the fact that all troops were the same amount of experience you gain per troop that you ransom or, you know, donate to a, what you would call, I don't think it counts for donating. Just for troops that you sell as, for ransom troops, all ransom troops. So he's talking about prisoners, right? Yeah, he's talking about prisoners. He says troops here, but it's prisoners. So I'm okay with it being a single entity, and it's the same for every single troop regardless. I think that's fine. But also, I would not mind if it went kind of the same way as the recruiting bandit troops went, or it went up per troop tier. I wouldn't mind either way. I don't think it's that big of a deal either way. And then he says for the third one, which is obviously lead bandit troops not working, he states there's no daily tick to Roguery experience for having a bandit party, nor is there a skill point rewarding that. Okay, this actually works. However, you have to have your morale higher than 70. Higher it is, higher the experience game. As always, thank you for your feedback. Interesting. He says that there is a tick, but your morale has to be higher than 70, and the higher your morale actually is, the more what's it called, experience you do gain. That is interesting. I did not know that. But there it is. So just quick response. But in terms of this, here's the stuff that I think is fine. I think keeping it the same is fine, but I also think making it go per troop tier, like go up as the troop tier goes up. I think that's fine when it comes to ransoming prisoners. And then for recruiting bandit troops, I think it's fine as well. How it goes up by troop tier. That's fine. The lead bandit troops, if it is true like the developer says, just get your morale above 70 and try to keep it high, maybe at 100, and then you should see a daily tick. And then the problem of it's far too slow to be profitable for rating sized groups. I think what he means by this is if you are raiding a village that's with 75 to 100 people, it's not worth it because it takes a couple days. I think right now it takes 2.5 days, if I'm not mistaken. They are going to lower that soon. The raids are going to become actually faster in the future. If you didn't know about that, the devs have spoken about decreasing it to 1.75 days, if I'm not mistaken, or 1.5 days, something like that. But it will be increased. Raid times will be increased. But I do agree it's not that profitable. The only profitable village to raid, if you were wondering, is the saddle horse villages. They are the villages that produce horses, and horses do carry a nice price on them. And when you do actually raid a village, you have the chance to either get something like a mule, or get like a horse that costs maybe 200 to 400. Like a trotter, or a desert, whatever the names are, right? Like the Kazate horses, and you also have a chance to get a war horse, and those usually price up like past 800 dinars and up. So that's why the saddle horse villages are the best places to raid, because you have a very big chance of actually coming out with a couple thousand worth of horses. And obviously you can use horses for upgrades. You can use horses to increase your inventory space, to increase your speed if you have a lot of infantry in your ranks. So yeah, that's the best village to really raid if you're really looking for it. But raids are going to become faster in the upcoming patches. So I do agree, for right now it is too slow and not as profitable. But in terms of speed, it will be increased. In profitability, we'll see if there's any changes, but no changes were talked about by the developers. Then we have the whole thing of troops not healing during raiding. I think that's as intended. I think they shouldn't heal during raiding, because obviously they're going out and searching for stuff. They're exerting, their time in doing something, so therefore it's not really resting. So I think that's fine, in my opinion. But yeah, it looks... He says 3 more issues that actually came about. All right, let's read it. Why not? We're here. So he says skill points gained for killing a civilian unit is 1 skill point per unit tier. This means that the player would have to kill about 1.2 million peasants to hit 275 roguery. If the player were attacking caravans, they'd have to destroy 20,000 full caravans. Is this rate intended to be increased? No. Okay, but look, here's the thing. You're stating if it would take 1.2 million peasants that we would have to kill to reach 275 roguery. But that's not the only thing that you can do to level up your roguery skill, This is just something that, gets added to the experience as well. And you'll do this as the game progresses, you know what I mean? And you'll attack caravans as the game progresses. You don't want to make this too strong, because it's something that you're going to do regardless. And like that small little increase, while it is very small, I think it is fine to be there, because again, you gain roguery experience not only by doing these 2 tasks of taking out peasants and attacking caravans. So I think it is in a good spot. Then he states there's no what's it called? He shouldn't have called it SP. I'm gonna say experience. There's no experience gained for killing militia troops. Should they count as civilian units for the purpose of roguery XP gain? No, they are militia troops. They are not civilian units. They are troops. So no. Then there's no experience gained from completing roguery missions, smuggling, rival gang, robbing the herd. I think there should be for this. I agree. I think missions that are geared towards like a roguery playstyle, obviously like the smuggling one, the rival gang one, I think that should increase your roguery. I do agree with that. Yes, that's a valid point. And then he goes, some thoughts. Right now, roguery requires high leadership to level. If I want to do a bandit playthrough, how do I obtain high leadership? It seems like I would have to be a vassal, lead armies, and then take a huge step back in power to play as a bandit. Yes, unfortunately, it has to be kind of this way. But why do you need a high leadership to level your roguery? Am I missing something? Right now, roguery requires high leadership to level. I don't know exactly why it requires high leadership to level. Maybe I'm missing something. But I don't think that's the truth. I don't know. Maybe I'm not thinking about it the right way. Huh. And then he states, if the experience gained from ransoming is increased, I can't read. I'm so sorry. I'm just like, my brain is just all over the place. If the experience gained from ransoming is increased, Jesus Christ, the rogue playstyle is still bad. The best way to get ransom gold is to fight in a large lord versus lord battles. Linking roguery experience to ransom gold makes roguery a powerful but boring economic skill. Well, doesn't roguery improve how much money you get from like battle loot and stuff like that? So yeah, it's not useless. I'm pretty sure in my tier list I forgot what I put it on exactly, but it's not the best skill. I'll be honest with you. And it states, what can you do to make it more viable? So some ideas: roguery decreases your party detection radius. I think that should be a tactics thing more than roguery. Then he says roguery increases party morale based on the percentage of bandit troops in the party. No, because leadership increases morale, if I'm not mistaken, doesn't it? So you can't have two things increasing morale. The morale is going to be stuck at 100 always. It's already kind of stuck at 100. We have rogue style missions. Lord asks you to raid 3 villages of an opposing faction, destroy caravan, kill villagers. This would actually be cool. Yeah, I think those kind of missions would be cool. And these would be kind of like later on type missions. You know what I mean? I think those are cool mission ideas actually. To have kind of like evil missions, like, hey, we're at war with these guys. How about you go take some of them out, raid some of their stuff, and bring back some of the supplies that you got from them, and I'll pay you for them. That would be cool. And then he states raiding is faster based on the percentage of bandit troops in the party. That's cool. I think that's kind of cool. But again, raiding is going to become faster just regardless very soon in the next upcoming patches. Okay, so I agree with and disagree with some things. It is what it is. Then he states playing a bandit is not implemented yet. I don't mean like to be the bearer of bad news. The devs have kind of stated that it's not going to be as expansive as people thought. A lot of stuff was cut when it came to bandit like gameplay in general, and the bandit lifestyle and stuff like that. It is unfortunate, but the devs have talked about it that there are going to be stuff added to it, but it's not going to become this expansive thing as people thought, which sucks. I agree it sucks, but it is what it is. And with that, bad news, I'm going to end the video there. Let me know what you guys think. Ask me any question, any concerns, and I will see you in the next one.